My name is Shaleen Jones. When I first started getting better, I connected with a volunteer organization, and it was folks who had were all in recovery as well from their eating disorder, and it was led by this amazing woman who had recovered and was leading the organization and was just doing these amazing things. And I really connected with her, and she became my mentor. And for me, being part of this supportive community and an environment of essentially my peers who are all going through the same thing, that really helped me be on that path and be on that road to recovery. And it forced me to be really honest with myself, because I knew that everyone who I was surrounding myself with knew what was going on for me, wasn't going to judge me, but was holding me accountable to my recovery process. So I was really fortunate to be able to surround myself with a group of folks who are also recovering from an eating disorder. And over the years, I got involved with that group more and more, and being able to be part of that community helped. And I think for me, that the power of peer support really helped me get better and stay better. Peer support was really integral to my recovery process. And it's one thing to start, normalizing your eating and following a meal plan and getting nutrition back online and working with a therapist and all those things I did, and I worked them and I had good support from that perspective. But for me, a lot of the recovery was around looking at those negative thoughts and feelings and kind of trying to nip them in the bud before they kind of got any stronger. Kind of being aware of recognizing that eating sort of voice and challenging it right away. So for me, being part of a community of folks who were also fighting that same battle, that really helped. For me, when I was in recovery, I finished high school and I took a year off of everything. And I didn't go to school, it didn't work. I just completely focused on my recovery process. So I did a lot of therapy and did a lot of volunteering with this organization and did a lot of reading, and really tried to kind of connect with myself and find some good ways of communicating my emotions and trying to be gentle with myself and focusing on that whole process of recovery. I had some moments of clarity where I realized I don't want to be this girl anymore, and I can't be this ill person. I have to do something different. So for me, it was knowing that I didn't want to die from this disorder. I wanted to not be remembered that way, and that's really kind of what pushed me into making some changes. I think we have this idea in our heads around someone who has an eating disorder looks, and it's someone who's like very, very thin, and for most people who have an eating disorder, that is not the case. And I think we feel like we don't deserve treatment, we don't deserve help because we don't fit the stereotypical image of what the media tells us someone who has an eating disorder looks like. And so we feel like we don't deserve help, we don't deserve treatment, and we don't come forward. And because there's so much shame and stigma around the condition, people wait and they think, well, I should do this, I should get better on my own, and what's wrong with me? And there's a lot of self-depreciation and self-punishment that comes along with the disorder. What really helped me was thinking about how every 7 years, all the cells in your body are totally new again. So after I had kind of started that recovery journey and I was 7 years out, I knew that every single part of me that had been connected to an eating disorder was gone. And that I was a completely different person at the cellular level. Right. And I found that really, really meaningful and really helpful for me. The first step, I think, is really recognizing that things can be different. Yeah, that we don't have to have that negative voice in our heads all the time. And that you can be free from all of that. And that, the answer is not in dieting and going to the gym. The freedom from that negativity is in self-compassion.